So what's up? We got Supergirl Season 1, Episode 4, Livewire. So this episode starts off with Supergirl fighting a bad guy when Alex calls her about how Alex's mom and Kara's foster mom, Eliza Danvers, is coming for Thanksgiving. Even though it's not Thanksgiving at the time it's recording. It's just, as I always say, let's just pretend that this So she knows that Kara's Supergirl now and she's fine with it, but Alex knows there's something up, and Kara keeps trying to tell Alex tell her that you're a part of DEO. Lucy Lane is now in the show. Now, Lucy Lane, Lois's sister, she's in the show now, and she's okay. So we also meet Leslie Willis, who you all would know as Penny Peabody from Riverdale before she was on Riverdale. So she plays Leslie Willis, an anti-Supergirl stan who really likes roasting Supergirl on the radio, which Kat does not like at all, because Kat named her. Kat named Supergirl, so how could she like it of the person that she mentored burning Supergirl? So she basically tells her, "Hey, get in the copter, or you're done." So she decides to fly into the cat copter, which I cannot say because it's a hard name. So she gets in there and decides to fly up, but there's a lightning storm, which does Smallville Season 1, and I thought that they were going to do a Smallville Season 1 when Clark electrocuted his... Remember in Smallville Season 1 where Clark got electrocuted by his powers? Well, Eric was holding... I think his name was Eric, I forget. Eric was holding the meteor rocks, which gave Clark Eric's powers, but that doesn't happen at all with Kara. She just gets electrocuted, transforming some of her DNA to Leslie, giving Leslie white hair. But it also gives Leslie the power of electricity. So she decides to attack Catco, saying about how Leslie Willis is dead. She's Leslie 2.0, Livewire. So yeah, that seems like a cool name. And she attacks Kat, but Supergirl stops her while back at the Danvers residence. Wynn is there because Wynn has nobody at his own house. His dad's in prison, his mom is off somewhere, and he is nobody. So he spends time with the Danvers sibling, foster mom and sisters, while James is off. Well, James is off with his girlfriend, doing who knows what in another place. So they decided to go. So Alex reveals to her that she's been lying about working at a lab, and she's working for the DEO, and how Kara is working with her, and how her mom always told her to protect Kara. So she's like, OMG, how could you work? You've been lying for her for years? And she was like, yeah, but you told her to protect Kara. So, and she's like, how could you go out there and let Kara put on that cape? So they talk about it, and they talk about it, and they work through their issues. And she warms up to Kara and Alex. So both being DEO agents and working together side by side. So she reveals that Hank Henshaw recruited Alex's dad into the DEO, and he could have been what killed him. So now Kara and Alex are suspicious that their boss could have been the one that killed Jeremiah Danvers. And so Kat decides to call out Leslie at their old spot where it all began, but Leslie Livewire decides to start saying about how Kara's weak, and Kara's just like, be quiet, you mean person, mean girl. and fights her. But thanks to the power of water, they're able to electrocute Livewire and put her back in a cell, being the first non-alien that the Zeo has. So yeah. This episode was pretty good. It was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this episode. It was okay. It was cool seeing Livewire in her first live action appearance in Supergirl. I know that this show aired on CBS while the other shows aired on the CW. So it's kind of weird that they didn't, CBS, they didn't all of each other. Yeah. So now Kara and Alex are now suspicious of Hank Henshaw. Because now they're like, did he really kill Jeremiah Danvers? Because he did recruit him. Because he did get recruited onto DEO. And he hasn't been seen as of yet. So, where did he go? And also, Jeremiah Danvers, his actor, played Clark on Lois and Clark. Or Clark and Lois. I think it was Clark and Lois. The new Superman adventure. Which was pretty interesting. Which was pretty interesting. So, yeah. So, yeah, no. So that was it. So do I have anything else to say? Lucy Lane, interesting character. Lucy Lane, interesting character. She's an interesting character that will be excited to know about. Yeah, the actress also returned to the Arrow, is currently playing Lucy, her current version of her character in Superman Lois. But that's pretty interesting that the actress that they didn't just recast the actress that plays her in the show also plays her in Superman Lois. That is pretty interesting. Mirage Fafnir is here. What do you have to say, Mirage Fafnir? Nothing, driver. Soon I we go. So I the Mirage Ring, the Fafnir chip, the Mirage Ring, the 2S chassis, and the Nothing driver, which I really love. When you put it all together, you get Mirage Fafnir. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, but anyway, that was Supergirl. That was Supergirl Season 1, Episode 4. And I'll see you next time for some more Supergirl.